Start with the name of Allah, most kind and merciful. My name is Muhammad Adnan Surayo, doing MBA in evening, batch 2K19, roll number 08. For a video presentation, I have selected 4 topics for the subject of SME, that is an introduction of SME and the present status of SMEs in Pakistan and its problems, significance of SMEs, and small business entry. First of all, I would like to deliver a lecture on the topic of introduction of SME. What is SME? SME, a small medium enterprise or a small medium business, uh, means these are those business whose numbers fall below certain limits. From among 10 to 35 employees, means in a business where there is a 10 to 35 employees, this is called a small business. But a business in which there are 36 to 99 employees, that is called a medium sized business. Abbreviation of SME is used by international organizations such as the World Bank, the European Union, the United Nations, and the World Trade Organization. That is all about the introduction of SMEs. Now I would like to talk on the problems which are problems with SMEs in Pakistan. Now first of all, see the status of SMEs. Now SMEs of Pakistan have been heavily hit in Pakistan. It has been affected severely due to some problems. It seems that the government of Pakistan do not pay attention on small medium enterprises or business. Means it is in the lowest in the list of priorities in the government of Pakistan. Now see, there are a lot of problems faced by small medium businesses in the Pakistan. That is, first of all, that is a load shedding. Load shedding in the shape of electricity, means so many times the electricity remains off. The second number is disconnection of sewage sector which supply gas to the industries. So there is also problem of sewage connections. It always remain off. Uh, Besides, other problem is a deteriorating political law and order situation in the country. And there are also bad policies in the government of Pakistan which do not let the small medium enterprises or business to develop. Now, the small medium enterprises, in particularly in Pakistan, rely on a low and obsolete technology associated with the lack of skills or expertise in the labor. And there are also short and medium term problems just like a taxation, financial investment, as well as lack of market information. So that was all about the problems and status of SMEs in the Pakistan. Now my third topic is the significance of SMEs. Now today the government worldwide recognize the small medium enterprises or small medium businesses. They accept the importance of small medium enterprises in the world. Now see, and in the significance of a small medium enterprises can be seen that it provides a lot of uh, means solution to the problems, that it creates the so many job opportunities for the population of any country, and it also helps in eradication of a poverty from the society. So the role of the SMEs cannot be denied. The major significance is a job creation. It creates jobs. Besides this, it also provides huge opportunities for profit, and its equitable distribution of income cover almost all sectors. And indigenization, it also increase export of goods from one country to the another. It also supports the growth of large industries, means the small medium enterprises or business produces goods which helps the large industries in their daily work. So that is all the significance of small medium enterprises and small medium businesses. Now I would like to talk on the fourth, my last topic of small medium enterprises, that is small business entry. The small business entry means it shows the how a person enter in a business. There are five paths to the business ownership. Means businesses can be obtained in five ways. One can start a new business, one can buy an existing business, or one can franchise a business, or inherit a business, or one can be hired to be the professional manager of a small businesses. Now we will discuss one by one the advantages and disadvantages of these businesses. Now, first of all, to see that one who establish a new business, there are several advantages of buying. There are several advantages of starting a new business over buying, franchising, or being an employee of any business. Now, number one advantage of starting a business is that one become a clean slate in the business, and it also use the most up to date technologies, whatever he considers or whatever owner considers good for his business. It also provide a new and unique products or services in the market. So these are all the advantages of a means who create a new business for on his own. This now there are also other disadvantages of uh, establishing a new business, just like it will have no initial name, it will have create its own name, it will have to give his another name to his business. Now other disadvantage is the means it will take a lot of time to establish, and the staff would be much new, are not equipped with skill or experience. So and it will be very difficult to finance the new business. And buying an existing business means there is also advantages. Existing business, the advantages of buying a running business is that it will have it would be established business, means there will be no need to give extra time to his business, or customers would be established. So these are the advantages of existing business. And disadvantages of purchasing a new business is that it becomes the employees would resist by they may give a good or handsome salary, or in facilities which would be in the organization, they would be obsolete or out of date. What means the owner of a existing business may not have taken a great care to the business. A franchising a business is also a form of establishing a business. That is a legal agreement done by two parties, that a new or one who establish a business, he may run on the name of others. It is a franchise.